Greetings and welcome to the show. It is I, your host, Shanerator, and this is, of course, Initial Impressions, the show where I try a game that I have little to no experience in across the wide swath of consoles available and see if it is worth the effort. Today's game is going to be Rascal on the Sony PlayStation 1. My experience with this game is minimal, as I played it years and years ago, and my recollection of the game is that it was okay. Perhaps it is way better than it seemed to be at the time, but I'm not banking on it. But let's give it a shot. Rascal on the PS1. I'm assuming his name is Rascal based on the fact that he has his name right next to this hourglass, framed right next to what appears to be a very complicated-looking algebraic formula. For a kid under the age of 10, I am quite impressed that he's decided to use that as the framed picture on his wall. And can I just say, what kids have a fireplace in the room? But hey, I'm not one to judge. The controls are very strange right off the bat. I will note that there's like this in-game momentum where I try to move a certain way and the camera almost continues moving just slightly. In other words, the movement of Rascal is almost like this tacit sense of timed momentum, which is not gonna be very good for me if this game proves to be a challenging platformer, and I'm hoping it's not going to be. This house is a little strange, given the fact specifically that there's like these hobbit doors with keyholes that are like a third of the height of the door itself. I'm already having reservations about living here. At least the house is pretty well lit. And I'm assuming this is his parents' master bedroom, which I might admit is rather spacious. And their choice in furniture is kind of weird. There's like an elevated hearth for the bed to rest on. There's also like this Greek sink with an oversized mirror that apparently has not been cleaned in years. And another fireplace. Rather impressive the fires keep on burning after all this time. I feel like there's some sort of weird sorcery at work here, or perhaps the fireplaces are just electric. And then of course we have this thing that I know doubles as a save game point. However, it could be a little more nuanced instead of looking like some weird portal to hell or something. And what is with these pipes that are sticking in the walls? I would have words with the designer of this house. At least for the kid, the doors are just big enough for him to enter through. It's like these folks are of two minds that built this house. Number one, they love lots of space, and number two, they just don't have a fine-tuned mind for good architecture. And look at that, another fireplace. I feel like there's probably some safety violations and some broken fire codes in at least 24 different states. Probably more. Now, what the heck is that? And that! Okay, enough about the house. Let's try to figure out what our goal is, and we haven't even figured that out yet because the game has just kind of, boom, just threw me in here without giving me a proper explanation. Can I actually... Oh, I can't leave. The door is barred. He's got parents that care deeply about the air temperature of the house, but not enough to let their kid go outside. But at least he's got a pretty cool bubble gun that shoots acidic bubbles and wears an oversized shirt with an hourglass on it, which gives me pause because hourglasses are usually harbingers of bad things to come, usually an indicator of bad ending or time is running out. Upon closer notice, there's really nothing wrong with this basement. It's basically like every basement that I've seen. From color-coded doors that have giant keyholes to see-through pipes with plasma and that thing, this is just pretty much an average basement, just like mine. It would appear to me that I would probably need some sort of key to get through these doors, which I don't have at the moment because the people who were running this house were too concerned with having fireplaces in each room and not having keys easily accessible. I'm wandering around with not a clear goal in mind. This game is pretty much living up to the standards that I recall it living up to, which were not very high. Where am I supposed to go? Maybe this enormously high cupboard is going to allow me to go to Narnia or something. Okay, so apparently lightning bolts hurt me too. Good to know. At least there are some elements of realism in this game, and I just want to touch that amorphous silver blob thingy, which is transporting me out of this house, which is great because this house is just a load of danger waiting to happen, and I don't think this place is going to be too much different. Based off the ominous sounding medieval music, the stone walls, and the shining armor, I'm assuming we're in the Middle Ages somewhere, and that spider is a lot bigger than the ones I seem to recall looking at in real life. Oh my gosh, where are all these creatures coming from? They are spawning so freaking fast. Mommy! Maybe there's like a lot better stuff in store for me in this room. Hello there, sir. I'm lost and I need directions. Do you have a map that I can access like they have in those malls back home? Actually, I wouldn't know because I'm trapped at home and I can't open the unbarred front door. Hey, yeah, you. Hey, whoa, buddy, calm down. Is this how you greet everybody? And he moves so fast. I need to get out of here, and I need to move quick. Hey, you can't do that! You know what? You and I will have a chat later when I have some more overpowered weapons that don't consist of a bubble gun. I'll be back, I promise. Let's go in this door. It looks promising. There's cannonballs here. Maybe there's a cannon that I can wield. Oh, hey, buddy. Let's dance! Your mace versus my bubbles! Which will win? Because in the game of mace versus bubbles, which I guess is the Dark Ages form of rock, paper, scissors, bubbles always trumps mace. I also have the ability to Hulk stomp, apparently. That could come in use later. Hey, look! Look, what is that? It's a key! A yellow one! Which I presume has something to do with the door that I saw back in the other room, and this knight is pulverizing with his sword, because I guess sword beats out bubbles, which beats out mace. So apparently there is a form of rock, paper, scissors, which also includes sword. I don't like this place, it's so scary! I like to remark the fact that his lives are indicated by hats on the bottom left corner, which is super 90s. Because if there's anything that I recall from the 90s, it's the fact that hats were life, man. I'm pretty sure that was one of Nike's slogans before they chose the current one. We are gonna have a talk, you and I. Hey, I got you. What was that? It looks like he filled my hourglass by a quarter. Harbinger of bad things to come. That's right, I obtained a yellow key. Let's go through the yellow door, which opens under my will. Due to the power of positive thinking, and maybe because I had a yellow key, I mean, that's secondary. Look at that, another key. A blue one. What is that? That does not look like something that they would have in a welcoming committee in this castle. It's valid logic, I know. And the reason I know this is because I studied that algebraic equation that was in Rascal's room. Man, this game just gets more interesting by the second. Now, if there's something else that's lacking in this game, it's the fact that the camera is very difficult to use. See, this is me hitting the buttons, trying to adjust the camera, and it's just going up and down. So I'm gonna have to chance it and just take a run for it. Voila! Okay. Whew. That was a lot of planning for one simple jump. But again, a kid as astute as this one that has algebraic equations in his room has to do a lot of calculations. Okay, here we go. Up! Okay, you can do this, just like we practiced all those times in jumping over lava training. It's only a shame that the standard issue was a bubble gun, but it seems to be relatively effective given that it stood up to a mace alright. And the walls are a little strange. They kind of remind me of like if someone took an alligator and turned it inside out and then blew it up about 2,000 times. This is what it would be like. And I have no idea where I'm going or what I'm supposed to do. Oh, you gotta love those old 90s graphics and a giant dragon. Whoa! Oh, hey, buddy. How you doing? Look it. No hard feelings, right? You're a fantastical creature that for some reason fits in this really small cave with no apparent entryway for a dragon of your size. Unless you spent your whole life here. Meaning that you were orphaned. And you just grew up in this little cave. Dragon, you and I are kindred spirits. Yet you insist on blowing fire at me, and I don't know why. You know what I have to say to that? Bubbles! Those were not the best last words I've ever uttered. Okay, I'm getting out of here. I have better things to do. Like, wander around in the inside of an alligator skin. You see, I'm on a mission. I'm on a very serious mission. And I'm not sure what that mission is. Die, rat. Let's see. Ah, yes, the blue door. And, Man, that was really weird. That wasn't even a door, that was a switch. That keyhole is so big that I swear the kid could just reach inside the keyhole and probably adjust the mechanism himself to open up the gate. Why use a key? Doesn't even seem to be necessary. Alright, what am I dealing with? Another knight and shutting it with a sword! Ah! Sword beats bubbles! Just like we learned in science class. And these are some strange looking lanterns. They all look like a bunch of bombs that had the top bored out of them and were lit from the inside. Well, I'm getting out of here. When there's 10 bombs lit and a guy with a sword, my mom always taught me to never hang around there. Oh, joy. This is almost like the Home Alone of 90s video gaming. Everywhere I go seems to be booby-trapped, and Kevin McAllister is really good at hiring a bunch of medieval goons and fat dudes to take me on. It's all about the timing. Let me do my jumping jacks real fast. And let me just look outside the window forlornly and dream about better things to come, rather than the inside of a house where everything is out to kill me, and the inside of a castle where everything is out to kill me. Now that I got that out of the way, let's do this! Alright, a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3! Ah! I did it! I did it! And I didn't get impaled! Man, this kid, he just amazes me. What a brave little soul. Smart one too, because of his algebraic equations. What is this? Whoa! Who in the world is firing those cannons? This game defies all logic. I'll just accept it and hopefully not get hit by one in the process. Woo! Okay, buddy. I know you have a shield and a sword. That doesn't give you the right to just stand in front of a cannon and not worry about getting hit. Gather up some more green stuff for my gun. Yes! We are at peak capacity, Captain. Get ready to unload the bubbles at the nearest enemy. Oh, look at this. More booby traps. Okay, what do we do again? Jumping jacks. And stare forlornly out windows, of which there are none, so I'm going to pretend like there's one right in the corner of this room. Alright, now that I feel better about myself and my well-being, I'm going to go ahead and attempt to go through all these spinny thingies and hopefully not die. I'm doing a lot better than I thought I would. I'm going to use process of elimination and hope that this is the door that I have not been in yet. Correct! No spinny things, and a guy who looks like he's really pumped to be at his job. Look at the way that he's like dancing around that fire. He's either performing some weird medieval ritual or he's just really happy to be here. As far as architecture errors go, this one for me gets a pass. Because in medieval times, I feel like I read somewhere that having vats that throw fireballs everywhere was perfectly normal and within the fire code standard. So there really is no concern warranted because nothing is probably gonna catch fire. Dance practice is over. Eat my bubbles! Okay, he's dancing faster now. He's all happy to see me, or he's just a big weirdo who needs to die. Okay, and more things are spawning. I think I'm going to be leaving. I need to get out of here. I think I've seen everything. We have a fire chamber and now a water chamber. I'm going to do my best not to fall down. Come on, don't fall! Don't fall! What was that? What was that? What? There's like 3 fish in there. Yeah, okay. Better watch my lives because I only have 1 hat left. And as we all know, hats are the lifeblood of 90s kids. Man, this kind of reminds me of like a very hard to control Frogger level where everything is just out to kill me. Oh, no! Golly! I still have no idea where I'm going. Just thought I'd update you guys. Hey, look, a new area! Beautiful vistas of more stone walls. Yay. What's through this door? Maybe it'll be a toy room where I don't have things trying to kill me, perhaps? Better than that, it's a red key and a throne. Guards, I demand you bring me some cherry-flavored Pez and a root beer float so that I can rule for my bronze throne of awesomeness. I want to go over there. Guards! Why is there a wall separating this room and my throne? Okay, I'm gonna go back, I guess. I've had my fun being a bratty king. Maybe this will yield a different sight. Oh no, it's another knight with the shield. Look, I know you and I have had a very shaky past friendship in the last 7 seconds that we've been talking, but here, eat bubbles and Give me that little thing for my hourglass. Things are spawning around me. Why does it have to be rats and spiders? Why couldn't they have like a hot babe come in from a bubble or something? I didn't ask for any of this. Where am I? I can't even turn the camera to see what's down there. I don't know. Any door looks as good as the next one because they all look identical. Hey, there's a heart. It's tempting, but there's probably a vat of lava down beneath. I'm not going down there. I'm afraid it's going to take me back to the beginning of the level. What is this? It's an hourglass, which I'm guessing corresponds to the icon on the bottom right. But I have 2 unfilled areas, which leads me to believe they're probably from previous opponents whom I decided not to kill. Okay, I'm gonna chance it. Jumping off! Man, this kid has really resilient jumping abilities. This kid is just full of surprises. This is the kid we should all aspire to be. Okay, there we go. So I have 3 out of 4, and I'm going to hope that one of these guys that I encounter is going to have the last and final piece, which I'm hoping is going to be my ticket out of this stupid castle, because this repetitive music is also really starting to get to me. Yeah. Okay, this room is not very fun to be in. I'm moving on quickly. There's like 6 ways I can die in that room. Spiders, rats, fireballs. That's 6 ways, right? Okay, maybe this is the guy that has what I need. Buddy! No! Come on! All I need is 1 more, and I have no more hats. Just give me what I want. Nope, he didn't have it either. Gosh darn it, I'm beginning to wonder if the dragon is really the only way that'll give me the last piece to my hourglass. Because I really don't want to encounter the dragon, because my life expectancy is about 16 seconds when I'm encountering dragons. What do we have here? Hey, she looks like a nice lady. Oh. That's, quite frankly, a little disturbing. All I need is 1 more piece to my hourglass and maybe a little more of the green stuff for my gun. What am I standing on? This is like a giant mound of ziti pasta. It only falls in line with everything else I've seen in this game so far, which is weird. I don't even know anymore. I'm gonna just jump down. Hey, look at that. Oh, I found it. It's the final piece. I don't have to deal with that dragon. So happy. But I feel like I should just go back and fight the dragon, just to prove to myself that I am half the man that this kid is. Okay, now where was that room again that had the hourglass? Hey! I did it! I found it, the amorphous silver ball, which will hopefully not take me back to that house that's breaking 26 different fire codes. Yep, it takes me back. Ugh. What is this? The blue key! I hate to leave your folks waiting in suspense, but I think that'll do it for this video. If I decide to do a part 2, then perhaps we'll find out what is beyond that blue door. But for now, I will say a few closing remarks. The game is not as terrible as I remember it. I didn't struggle with the controls too much, but they were definitely a little more difficult than I would have liked. Graphically, the game is nothing to sneeze at, but I guess it could be worse. And here's to hoping that there's better weapons later on in the game that are at my disposal that's not a bubble gun or Hulk smashing, even though those 2 are probably arguably the best weapons any person could have. Okay, that's gonna do it for me. Thanks for watching.